Audio Jungle.
Always an interesting program, always informative and mind-blowing. By Standards at News Times on Flip TV with Michael Adekunle. All right, we've gone through some stories here and we would like to read it to you viewers. We have The Nation newspaper and Daily Sun. Quickly to these journals, the major headline on the front page of the Daily Sun: Buhari ex-president plot against insecurity. Buhari ex-president plot against insecurity. As Council of State OK's Arms Control Center, troops kill 153 terrorists, bandits, others. We lost 102 members to violence. Yoruba group cries to Buhari. On to the next one, which is a picture on the front page of this journal. We have the former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and the incumbent president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari and former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan arrived for virtual meeting of the National Council of State in Abuja yesterday. Quickly to the NBA crisis. NBA crisis worsens. Splinter group forms new NBA. Sans others clash over move. The top of the paper, we have something on Ohaneze probing IPOB security violence clash. Ugwai summons emergency security meeting. To the next one, The Nation newspaper guided the nation on this interesting story on its front page. The major headline, it reads: Government floats survival fund for teachers, artisans, others. Government floats survival fund for teachers, artisans, others. Makinge gets assemblies nod on 800 million naira loan. Half-year reports. Lagos met 81% revenue target. Half-year report. Lagos State met 81% revenue target. What and additional second term by Buhari, that's the president of Nigeria. What and additional, that's the president of the AFDB, African Development Bank, is second term. That's what Buhari is saying here. Lawan, governors excited. Blasphemy. Ganduje to sign singer's death sentence. Ganduje to sign singer's death sentence. Oshibajo hints on revival plan at NBA confab. Why our economy is bankrupt by Mogalu. All right, let's quickly join our reviewers for more opinions on these topical stories. I'll be right back.
These ex-presidents, they ought to be father of nations, fathers of this country. Now, they look at us, they look at situations that be so deteriorating to this extent before they could call for Security Council meeting to tackle insecurity in this country. Now, I'm looking at them. A lot of them have benefited from this country. A lot of them are still benefiting. As I'm talking now, all these ex-presidents will say there's a certain amount they are paying them monthly, which is bogus amounts. This government, by the time you are leaving presidential seats, there's a house. Julius Berger must build an hilltop, because it's an hilltop. Everybody is having an hilltop. It's in Niger, it's in Abeokuta, it's in. So what am I saying? A country that you benefited from, you will not allow the country to, deteriorated to this level we are now. Because they are safe. It's the masses that are bearing the bomb, man. And I want to say something. When they sit down in the glass house there, believing they are safe, they are not safe. They are not safe. Why do they allow a lot of souls to be killed before they can, convene security meeting councils with edged leaders? I think they're supposed to have been in the saddle for long to tackle this abnormality that we're going through now. Because by the time they are moving, they have security. A common man, that the masses, has no security to protect them. So I think I'll blame them for coming too late to tackle this problem.
Now, a security meeting without Obasanjo, do you think they will come out with tangible results?
You say what?
A security meeting without ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo, do you think it will come out with tangible results?
I will not blame the old man. The old man accepted himself because he believed the gathering is like a tea party. He believes the gathering is like a tea party. Same issue will still be consistent. You know, same insecurity will still be consistent. Because I've said it earlier on, I said this thing about 3 months ago. That the past leaders, the northern leaders, the southern leaders, the western leaders, anywhere there's crisis, they should be held responsible because they are the one within the community. So I expected the northern leaders, past heads of state from northern extraction, to have sat down and nail, you know, the thing on the bomb, you know, and get peace in that region. But they waited for long because they are secured. They waited for long for the masses to be killed. I think I have to borrow what this man said the other time. I think if there is no headway again, if Nigeria does not have an headway again, let us invite British government to come and recolonize us again. I think we are confused now. The way things are, we are confused.
Before I come to Edo and president meeting, what happened yesterday is good for democracy. We speak my mind, my brother too speak their mind, people speak their mind. But it's good for democracy, good for viewers. That's why we are here. Now, come to our president meeting. What is the game? What is the next thing? Abi, when you see that meeting, you know another agenda 2023. It's not for our own good. Go and check it. Obasanjo was not there. Did you saw it? It was Jonathan and few ex-president. I look at that statement Buhari made. So that one area, I've not seen, there's no achievement for that area at all. Let that one go. So let me talk about Edo, where I'm concerned. Yes, Edo State. What is going on? Obaseki have won that election already. Oshomole is playing game. You should know. One particular game, 2023, is angry because he's been removed as a chairman of national of APC. But if you check round Benin City, if you check that campaign, you find out Obaseki has the highest crowd. People are tearing APC card. People are tearing anywhere APC go. They are tearing their card. Automatically, we don't need APC in Benin. I don't understand me. If you go to Uromi, Isha, Avedasha, Ekpoma, Ubiaja, they are coming for Obaseki. I went to Somalia yesterday in Auchi side there. There's a building, a school that Obaseki built. Somalia was requiring that, look at this building. Obaseki only paint, because it was campaign, he only paint that place. But he paint, ask Somalia which building does it have on ground there. So what I'm saying, with the Isha, with the Benin, we have no option to vote for Obaseki. But the insecurity, that's what the president of the address is not addressing it. I remember he gave marching order. You don't remember president give marching order that we cannot allow that thing to repeat in Bauchi, another state. Automatically is telling the APC that they should work out the meaning of that to take over Benin, which is not going to work. I don't understand me. So I believe that our president is not sincere. Buhari is not sincere. I don't understand me. It's not sincere. Like that meeting now, I believe Jonathan, as a good man, must have told him that please don't allow Edo to destroy your parties. I don't understand me. I don't think Buhari will listen because Buhari is a selfish human being that doesn't believe anybody because he has entered there. Now he feels that he's a president. So I believe Edo people, we are going to tell APC that we don't need them in Benin because Benin belongs to PDP. PDP, they are peace people. When PDP was ruling, we are eating fine. I don't say we are doing fine. But since APC come to power, poverty, insecurity, rapists, anger, the youth are busy raping. The youth are busy watching big brothers. The youth are busy doing Nigeria bed. Instead of them to contest like Mali. I don't say, look at Mali youth. I don't say, so look at, let me give you an example. Imagine NBA in some northern group creating NBA in the north. So please, the youth get up, wake up. The youth wake up today. Don't be slow and you are sleeping like Buhari is sleeping in Asoro. Look at Sibajo this morning. Sibajo telling the Christians they should go and impress that camera. A whole Christian pastors, I surprised a whole Sibajo saying that. Then Sibajo is supporting for government to go and take the church. It's wrong. Sibajo should wake up. As a Christian, how can you be supporting that camera? For what? So I believe my own is that Nigerian youth to wake up. Wake up. Edo belong to PDP. Oshomole, go to Abuja, go and sleep with Buhari. Don't destroy Benin people.
All right, thank you so much.
We can't vote for you. We can't vote for APC. My name is Loke Yaguna. My brothers and sisters, my mom, my dad, we believe in PDP. We don't believe in APC. Thank you very much.
I am so disappointed in Mr. Lucky. Most time he comes on board and starts chanting the youth are not serious, the youth are very lazy. Have you given them inclusive government? Have you placed them in what's called all the managerial levels? Have they failed? You've never even give them any chance for them to lead you. You started condemning them now. These youths are now saying the government of the day are no longer serious. If you could see the Minister of Youth and Sports, that position ought to have been given to a youth. But now, how old is the man in that office? How old is Sunday Dare? 55 years of age. Now, are you not telling me that now, what if Buhari has given that same position to the youth? Won't they perform? They will perform, but you, all what you see is that the youth are not serious. Have you given them a chance? You've not given them a chance. So see, what you always come on board and start condemning youth. I am totally against that. If you want to condemn the youth, give them a chance first before you start condemning them. And then let's go and then
To the Council of State meeting.
Yeah, for the issue of state meeting, I think Mr. Akpala got it wrong on that aspect. Jonathan happens to be an ex-president. So as long as you are ex-president, automatically you should be there. So Buhari on this note did not call Jonathan just come and advise him. As long as once you are ex-president, IBB was there. Yes, reason best known to him, but see, IBB was there. So as long as you are an ex-president, by the virtue of the office, you ought to have been there. And then again, I want to say, insecurity has deprived Nigerians of so many things. Insecurity. A country that is not well secured, will be deprived of so many things. Now, jobs. Investors will not come and invest in a land that is not secure. That is why you see most of investors leaving the country. You can see Ope left, Bokada left. So you can see ShopRite now. I think as of last month now, a memo came out that they want to down tools. So you can see the president should really rise up, because a country that is not well secured, investors will not come and invest money. Okay. Because their life and their finance is not safe.
All right, your take on Edo State. Oba of Benin calling the candidates to talk peace with them.
Oba of Benin has really shown that he is a good leader. Unlike some Obas here, you could remember vividly when when one particular Oba said that any Igbo that did not vote for APC, they will be thrown to the lagoon. Oba of Benin has shown leadership charisma. Oba of Benin has shown that that what is not partisan. Compared to some APC Obas, we know them but we not mention their name. So Oba of Benin to me is well respected. Oba of Benin has said his own, but it is not left for the so-called politicians for them to
follow his
also
advice.
Adhere to the advice.
All
now
right.
they should not see Edo election as what, as a do or die.
The meeting we saw on the page of newspaper about insecurity of this country, I think that synergy, that symbiotic relationship is not unexpected in the bid to mitigate this crisis of insecurity in this country. Because, to be quite honest with you, the brain of Nigerian problem now is insecurity. But be that is made, I don't think, with or without that meeting, I think the president ought know what he ought to do by now. Being a war veteran, having come from the background of military, I think he's in a better position to know how best to address this insecurity without falling back to seeking opinion from ex-presidents. That notwithstanding, is not totally bad if you want to share from their own experience on how to mitigate the crisis. But having said that, I think the solution of the problem is not far-fetched. Because before now, everybody has been yearning for rejigging of the security architecture. Everybody has been calling for all stakeholders, without exception, maybe apart from the presidency, have been calling for the sacking of the service chiefs. And this, the president have not given attention. I think, with or without having meeting with the ex-presidents, I think Mr. President needed to look inward and see whether rejigging the security architecture, sacking the service chiefs, whether it will solve the problem, whether it will engender new vista in the security problem. Because you cannot continue doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. These are people, I could remember when Mr. President came on board in 2015, in his inaugural speech, he did say that the military high command, to be specific, the chief of army staff should relocate to Maiduguri until Boko Haram, until his insurgency is completely subdued. You see, this man at a time relocated. As we speak, Boko Haram, I'm not saying the federal government have not done anything. It will be unfair for me to say they have not done anything in fighting the insurgency. But I tell you that up to today, the Boko Haram still have capacity to engage the Nigerian army. They still engage them in conventional warfare. They still target targets. And 6 years down the line, we are still seeing the strength of Boko Haram to this magnitude. So I think what the government needs to do is to change strategy. And in changing strategy, the leaders of these security agencies have to give way. Let me tell you this, Mr. Mike. It is on record that in war like this, the weaker side have advantage in a war of this nature, especially when it is guerrilla war like this. Go and study what I'm telling you. It's on record. So I think what we needed to do is to go back to the drawing board and look at how best to approach a guerrilla warfare of this nature.
The Oba of Benin is a vital thing in that region. Now, calling the candidates to sign or talk peace to them just because of the election that is about to take place in Edo State come September 19th. Now, don't you think they will act negatively to what the king will say?
In the open, Nigerian politicians will always tell you that they will abide by the directive advice of the Oba. But when they go to their clandestinely, in their secret places, they will do otherwise. This is without exception. I don't take side when I speak the truth. If PDP have access to government machinery, they will rig the election. If APC have access to government machinery, they will rig the election. It's a fundamental problem of Nigerian politicians. Get that from me. Now, it is not just enough to sign peace pact. I think the police, the army, the navy, every other security agency that have responsibility constitutionally to play in this election should be up to their responsibilities. Where you need to nip crisis in the bud, you nip it in the bud. We don't want to see a situation of Kogi State where a woman was burned down in her house. If somebody is planning violence, I expect DSS to do enough intelligence gathering and arrest that person before the person carries out the action. It's good to think that the Oba is calling for peace. Let them sign the peace pact and advise them to abide by it. Thank you very much.
My name is Felix Osage.
All right. Now, the president and some of the ex-presidents met yesterday concerning the state of insecurity in the country. The state of insecurity. Of course, it's now a worsening thing in the country right now. Now, looking at their meeting, do you think it will bring or yield a good result?
Well, first and foremost, it will not bring a good result. The reason why I say it will not bring a good result is that the president refused to change the service chief. They have been there and they've been there for 5 years now. It cannot bring. We need fresh people, fresh service chief that can think outside the box. The people there now, they cannot think outside the box. The meeting they had with the ex-president, Buhari will go and discuss with the service chief. They will do their own. The insecurity is alarming. A lot of people have cried. Change the security chiefs. Bring new people, but it focus more on a particular region. So I don't see any. There's not going to be any change for now.
There's not going to be any change for now. So the best thing for the president to do is to change the service chiefs.
Change the service chief. And elect people based on merit. That is when we can see a change in our security apparatus.
Based on merit, not based on sentiments.
Yes.
Okay, quickly, it's a congratulations to Additional. So what's your own message to him?
Well, Additional was a minister under Goodluck Jonathan, agricultural minister. And he merited it. He went as far as going to the ADB bank, and their net worth was about $15 million, but he has taken it to $115 billion US dollars. He came on board with 5 agendas. He has achieved those 5 agendas. Now, what I expect him now to do, because from what we read in the newspaper, the second tenure will kick effect from 1st of September. Kicking effect from 1st of September, I see him going to do more. And a lot of things are going to come in place in the banking industry. It's a kudos to the Nigerian government, because the government that this government criticized,
especially at on the level of allegation leveled against Additional himself.
The man was able to prove himself right.
Right, that's it.
So he has done very well, and I want to wish him more fruitful 5 years, 10 years ahead. He's going to achieve more. That's my wish and my encouragement for him.
Okay, quickly to Edo State.
Wow.
The Oba has called the 2 candidates, telling them to embrace peace. That's during the September 19 election. Now, of course, we know the Oba plays a very vital role when it comes to politics in Nigeria, and people respect their views. Do you see a peaceful election taking place in that state, despite the fact that the Oba has called?
The Oba Saki family is a well-known family in Edo State. The Yamu's family is well known in Edo State. The Oba has called both of them that peace must reign in Edo State. And once the Oba speaks in Edo, it is final. You understand? What I want to encourage the Edo people, let them go out and vote their person, their mind. For me, I am supporting Obaseki.
Wow.
My reason for supporting Obaseki is that number one, he's a grassroots politician.
Wow.
Number two, he does not want Edo's money to be embezzled by godfatherism. I support Obaseki.
Okay.
To finish his 4 years tenure. That's my take about Edo State.
But it's second time in Nigeria about rights.
You say?
It's second time. A governor going for the second time. For the second term.
Yes.
Is it a bad right?
When you said the people of Edo State.
Is it a must?
No, hold on. The people of Edo State will determine. He has been telling them this is my achievement. I want to finish what I have started. And it is not left for the people of Edo State to see whether Obaseki should continue his second tenure or not. The issue of birthright, in terms of second tenure, is your performance that will determine whether you come back or not. But so far so good, Obaseki has done very well. My father's house in Benin City, Obaseki brought development into that my father's street in Edo State.
Okay.
So I stand to be corrected, and I said, and I give Obaseki, people in Edo State, please let's give Obaseki one more time to rule Edo State.
All right.
The godfatherism in Edo State is cancelled. Why is Adams Oshomole going about with Pastor Yamu campaigning? When you go to Edo State now, when you ask people who is contesting, people are saying it's Oshomole. He's not allowing Pastor Yamu to speak out. Why? Oshomole was a one-time labor leader. He was one time a governor of Edo State. He was one time an APC chairman. What is expected of him is that he should go home and sit down and go and listen. An elder is an elder now. He's an elder in Edo State. He should learn from Oyegu. Oyegu is an elder in Edo State. You see how he sit down, he comforts himself.
Okay.
Oshomole has not learned. I call him, you know what I want to tell Oshomole is behaving like Pharaoh. And if he doesn't correct himself, he will fall and drown as Pharaoh. That's my take about that.
All right, thank you so much.
Audio Jungle.